I wish Brian Laundrie was still alive. Before I get into this video and explain why I say that and why I've chosen to title this video in that way, I just want to say this will likely be the last video about the Brian Laundrie Gabby Petito case that I make on this channel for a while. Of course, if there's new information that drops tomorrow around the case, for example, you can expect me to be here to cover it. But until that happens, until some significant information comes out around the case, this is going to be it for a while. And before I get into the video itself today, I just want to say this is the new information that we know of so far. None of this is information that helps us get any closer to some of the unanswered questions that we all have. But Brian Laundrie's parents are seeking to become the beneficiaries of his estate. I'll link this article down below. This really isn't, surprising information. It was likely that Brian didn't have a detailed will set in place to divide up his assets amongst people. So it's obvious that his parents are stepping in and trying to become the beneficiaries. So like I said, I'll link that down below. That's not really that significant to go over. And then this one, some people are aware of this, some people are not, but the Gabby Petito documentary that Peacock TV has been working on is set to release later this week on their streaming service. Now, I don't personally have Peacock TV. I know that The Office is streaming on Peacock, and that has been almost enough of a reason to get a subscription. But this may be enough for me now, and I may at least get a free trial just to watch this and see beyond that what Peacock has to offer. But if you guys end up watching this, let me know down below if it's worth watching. But that's set to come out just in 3 days' time on the 17th. But aside from those two things, that's really it. That's the new information around the case. It's not really informative. It's not information in that sense. And so that's why I wanted to make this video to kind of seal this story on this channel. So if you're familiar with my channel, you know that I have made numerous videos around different topics on the Brian Laundrie Gabby Petito case. We've even gone live several times to dive even deeper into some of those topics. We've covered their entire trip leading up to him returning home without her. And we've talked about what could have unfolded in the days leading up to October 20th when they found his remains in the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park. And it's been great. I have really enjoyed covering this story. I was very late in covering this story. I didn't start making videos on this channel until mid to late October. I, like many of you, was at home waiting for news to come out day in and day out around this story. And I was hooked. I was glued to it. I was wanting to see how it unfolded. And I've been really fortunate to gain a small audience here, a large audience here on YouTube of over 10,000 people that are also interested in not only what I have to say, but interested in conversing with each other in the comments and keeping the story going. And a lot of the videos that I've made as of lately, though haven't been around new information, most of the comments have been overwhelmingly positive in that I am keeping the story alive. I'm keeping the light on this story. And that's not necessarily my intention. I'm still just very interested in some of the things that I feel like maybe fell through the cracks when it comes to this story. There have been a couple of comments in the last couple of videos that have stood out to me. They're not necessarily negative comments, but the comments said something along the lines of this. And I'm sure there's somebody watching this that probably has already commented this on this video or something like it. But they're saying something along the lines of, why are you still talking about this? Why are you still making videos about this case? They are both dead. Just drop it. I've had so many comments saying to just drop it. And like I said, that's not a negative comment towards me. I see that and I go, okay, why are you watching this video? Like, clearly you clicked on this and took the time to even leave a comment. So clearly you go do something else. And I've responded that to a couple of the people because it confuses me. But more than anything, those comments to me make me question, why am I? Why am I making videos around this case still? Of course, I said that I like to look at every angle of a case and see where things may have slipped through the cracks. But even beyond that, why am I still like waiting and for new information? Why am I so interested in this case? It got me to this point to make this video, to title it the way that I did, and to say that I wish Brian Laundrie was still alive. Not that I wish Brian Laundrie was alive more than I wish Gabby Petito was still alive. No, but I wish he was still alive so that someday we would see him in a courtroom attempt to defend the actions that we all truly believe he committed. I wish he was still alive so his family had less closure than the Petito family. Because right now, the Petito family, they just know how Gabby died. And though every single finger, including Brian's, points straight to him as to who did it, they don't know 100%. Right now, the Laundries know that Brian killed himself. They have more closure in their son's death than Gabby does. And so I think that's kind of why I'm so fired up about this case still, is that the way it selfishly ended leaves people in the dark and questions unanswered. And that's sometimes how this stuff goes, but it doesn't take away from all of our frustration in the case as a whole. So like I said, I only say that I wish Brian Laundrie was still alive, not alive and walking free, but just alive in the sense that he would have to answer to his actions, that some of these questions that we have could potentially be answered. What happened between July 31st and August 12th? The longest gap in which Gabby did not post on her Instagram, whereas before she was posting every 1 to 3 days. What happened? What fell apart? Clearly he knows. And clearly, if he was alive, even his silence would tell more than what we have now. I've had a few people message me, email me, asking me whether or not I believe Brian Laundrie is actually dead. And I want to clear the air on that as well. And start by saying, look, you have every right to think what you want to think about this case, as long as you're not hurting anyone. I think that's the biggest thing. And for me, I think he's dead. I do think he's dead because I still have some trust in some of the agencies and authorities that are involved in this case that have confirmed his death. And so, yeah, I think he's dead. But like I said in this video, I wish he wasn't. I hope that you guys kind of understand what I mean when I say all of that. And I hope that this is a good video to kind of seal this story on this channel, at least for the time being, until hopefully someday we have more answers around the case. So thanks again for following the channel. Thanks again for following not only the Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito videos that I post, but some of the other videos that I've been posting as well. The support on the channel has been great. I plan to still post a couple of times and go live a couple of times between now and Christmas. So definitely hit the subscribe button and stick around for those. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.